Meanwhile, the French economy has now officially entered recession. It shrank by almost 6% in the first 3 months of 2020, the worst slump on record. This as lockdown measures came into force in France in mid-March, contributing to a plunge in consumer and business spending. Well, for more, let's speak to our business editor, Stephen Carroll. Stephen, are these figures as bad as had been expected?
It's no surprise that it's a sharp contraction in the French economy, but it is official confirmation of just how serious a shock this pandemic has dealt to the French economy. 5.8% contraction in the first 3 months of the year, the worst since records began in 1949, worse than the financial crisis, worse than during the social unrest in May 1968. And that's just giving us an idea of the scale of the economic shock. Remember that the lockdown measures in France only came into force in mid-March, so there's only about 2.5 weeks of that lockdown covered by this period of growth figures. In March, consumer spending fell by almost 18%. Business spending fell significantly as well. Output from construction and manufacturing were sharply lower too. And when we look ahead to the rest of the year, the French government expects the economy to shrink by 8% this year. We're already a month into the second quarter, and we won't see any major economic recovery happening for several weeks more, which means that the second quarter of the year, those growth figures could be even worse. But after that 5.8% contraction in the first quarter of the year and the slight contraction at the end of 2019, France is now officially in recession.
Okay, Stephen, thanks for that update. Stephen Carroll there, our business editor. Well, indeed, a new report from the UN's International